Welcome to the second instalment in the CloudActiv portal mini-series. In the first tutorial, we looked at how to deploy a reservation cloud data center. In this tutorial, we're going to look at how to deploy and configure a virtual machine from a template. First, head over to the Cloud Portal interface and log in using your credentials. Once logged in, click on vApps. Then click Deploy New vApp. A vApp is essentially a folder for VMs, and we'll go into more detail on this in a future tutorial. We'll need to enter a vApp name, such as Web Servers 01. Then select a resource pool. We'll use the resource pool we deployed in the previous tutorial, Demo CDC. Next, we'll need to select a template. A template is a pre-installed OS, usually with updates and other features installed or enabled. In this tutorial, we're going to deploy a Centos 7 VM. In the vApp template dropdown, select the Centos 7 template and click Next. In this section, you can configure the VM's resources. Click on the arrow before the template name to show the hardware configuration options. We'll give the VM a name of Web Server 01. You can then configure the specification as required. As this VM template has a network interface, we'll also select the demo network that was deployed in the previous tutorial. With regards to the adapter type, we recommend leaving this as VMXNet3 as this has the best performance. Click Next. Under Service Add-ons, you can configure any required licenses or optional extras, such as Windows licenses if it were a Windows VM. As we won't be adding any, click Next. Click on the arrow before the VM name and you can confirm the settings you have entered. As we'll be looking at other settings, before the VM is powered on, we will turn off Boot VS. Then click Deploy vApp. We can then see the VM being deployed in the activity log. So now that the deployment's complete, we'll click on the VM name. And this will show us further information on the VM. As this is a reservation CDC, any pricing can be ignored. We'll start by configuring the VM hostname and password. This can be done by clicking on Overview, then Guest Customization. Click on the pencil. And here we'll set the VM's hostname to Web Server 01 and we'll set a standard password. Once happy with those settings, click Update. And although the FQDN hasn't updated yet, we'll see that the password has been set to what we set it to. To adjust the specification of the server, click on the drop-down next to Tools, then click Edit Virtual Server. And here you can adjust what the server is called, as well as its resource settings. If you wish to adjust the hard disk size, this can be done by clicking on Storage, and then Disks. Then click on the drop-down arrow next to the hard drive you'd like to resize, and click Edit, and adjust the size as needed. It's worth noting that the partition may need expanding in the operating system to utilise the new space. So we'll go back to the VM overview, click Properties, and now that we've configured those settings, the VM can be powered on simply by clicking On and then Submit. In the activity log, we'll see the server starting, Once started, we'll be able to open the VM console and we'll see the VM booting. It's normal for the VM to reboot once during startup to apply the configuration changes. So we can see that server's now started and it's taken the hostname that we entered. I hope you found this tutorial on how to deploy a VM from a template useful, and stay tuned for further videos in the CloudActiv portal mini-series.